How do you apply to be a swatcher? Or is it more of a being discovered type thing by tagging brands in your photos?
I think there are some brands who do have applications like on their website. I've seen that before. It exists. I just don't think it's that common. And I don't think a lot of brands put out call outs for like apply to be a swatcher because they already have an internal network of people that they just happen to have discovered or that they've worked with in the past. So it's not that easy to just like apply to be a swatcher as a position. And if you're doing that as your main source of income, I wouldn't recommend that. I think it's more of a passion project. And if you love swatching and that's something that you want to do, then that's great. And there are ways to make money off of swatching, and we'll get there in this podcast, I'm sure. But applying to be a swatcher for me was like a slow, gradual process. I would purchase products from nail polish companies that I'd love. I'd swatch them all just because I wanted to. And maybe it was the like organized person in me that just wanted to swatch the entire collection, make a blog post about it. Also hope that I get some clicks on my blog post because other people wanted to see that collection swatched by people who weren't associated with the brand, right? So it's good like consumer materials as well.
Yeah, and it's almost like brands would just basically notice that here was someone who was taking good pictures of basically swatching already without being paid, right? So
yeah, and that's how I eventually got free nail polish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When and how did you first receive PR, and how did you feel about it?
What a nice organization of these questions, Ben.
Yeah, so when brands started noticing you were taking good pictures, how quickly did this happen that all of a sudden they're like asking if they can send you product or just sending you product?
Not very quickly. I think people underestimate how large of a portfolio I built off of buying products and just out of my love for nail polish, just me wanting to do the work before I started getting PR. I think there was a couple brands around the same time, so I don't think it was like any one that I can remember specifically. This was like 5 years ago too, maybe 4.
Yeah.
But I felt incredibly happy, obviously, as someone who spent too much money on nail polish. I was so happy when brands reached out to me and wanted to send me their product for free because as a consumer, which I was a consumer. That's all I thought I was. They would send me their product for free. And like that's amazing. I thought like, I don't deserve this. But later on, I realized like they want me to, take pictures with them and use it for
marketing and advertising budget, right?
But I felt very honored, especially when larger brands like mainstream drugstore brands first started reaching out and asked to send me their new collection. Of course, I was excited about it. Like, who wouldn't be?
Of course, yeah. It's a good
It's
feeling.
very exciting, yeah.
Yeah, it's only you get cynical later on and realize they're just using you for promotion,
Sure,
right?
but at the time, she's asking how did I feel about it. I was extremely grateful, honored, and I wanted to get to work right away, even though there's no employment contract involved at the time.